Today we're going to do some baseball and some gum chewing. I picked these guys up. This guy up. I do have some other boxes of this stuff. So I picked them all up. Boy, I suppose about, 3-4 weeks ago, when I was looking for some Prism basketball at a Walmart that was kind of on my way to another destination, another town I was arriving to. They did not have any Prism basketball, but they did have this. And I've not seen this available prior to that in stores, so I was happy to see it. It's not super valuable or rare or anything, but I just haven't had luck. So this is 2018 Topps Holiday box, and these have kind of a unique design. It's got this kind of green festive border on them, and Topps has done these every year for 3 or 4 years at least, and nobody's really paid that much attention to them until last year when the Acuna Soto madness set in, and people started really wanting the kind of rare variations in here of those two cards. So there's a lot more interest in this, than there was in 2018 when that came out. Eventually that caught on. Anyways, it's kind of a fun rip. I've opened a couple of packs of these because they came in those blowout cards, pack parties or whatever boxes. They put a variety of different packs in both the baseball boxes that I opened of that stuff. There were 1 or 2 of these, I think. So I've opened some of these packs before, but never a full box. And I believe there's 10 packs. Yeah, 10 packs in here. So there's interesting stuff in here. There's obviously base cards of these 3 are the major rookies: Tatis Jr., Guerrero Jr., and Pete Alonso there. So those are decent cards. They're maybe worth a few bucks a piece. There's like a silver foil variation of every card in the set that is fairly rare. I believe that like these little ornate designs are in silver foil on those variations. I think there might be 1 per pack. Maybe it's 1 per box. I don't know. We'll see. So there's Luis Reyes, and he's been getting a good amount of attention, I've noticed lately, from folks in the hobby, because he had a really good year last year. It was a rookie year, and I can say last year now, referring to 2019, because it's January 1st. But yeah, he's supposed to be a really good hitter, and the Twins had a really good season for the most part. So he's got a lot of upside, I think, if the Twins can do what they did last year in the AL Central, and he can continue to hit 300 plus. Okay, Tyler O'Neill. There's a nice Shohei Ohtani base card. Elvis Andrus. I see we got something coming up. What is this? Something backwards. That's a good sign. That might be one of those kind of what did I call them? Metallic foil cards. There's what I like to see. Gleyber Torres. That's just a base card. But cool to see. Let's see who are. Let's see. It's Oh, okay, so this is the other kind of variation they have in here. He has mittens on, so they do like silly little things like this. And I don't know how rare those kinds of variations are. I don't think they're super rare, but they're interesting. I'll put Glaber in a sleeve as well. So there's like, I think there's ones with like players who have, Santa hats on, or like Santa beards and other weird stuff. So for what that's worth, I'll take, I'm gonna get this Ohtani out of here too. I'll take Reyes out, sure, why not? His stuff is quite cheap right now, so some people are trying to buy that stuff up before it gets expensive if he starts to have a good 2020 season. Alright, there's Giancarlo Stanton. He's looking to hopefully have a injury-free 2020, and if so, he may do some pretty big numbers at the dish. Max Kepler had a good year. J.D. Hammer, Patrick Corbin, Alex Verdugo. So, okay, here's what I'm talking about. Here's one of those metallic foils. So, this, this sort of, like tree holly design around all of the cards is in metal on these variations. And, if you got one of those of like the major rookies, it would definitely have a little bit of value at least. I'm noticing that the corners on some of these cards are not so great, and this dark green border, it really shows the damage. So here's another. So there's a Santa hat variation. I've opened 3 packs and gotten 2 of those variation cards. So they're not super rare. But again, if you get one of the better rookies, maybe you got something there. I'll be interested to see what, I think Tatis is probably the most sought after rookie in this class, just because I think he has the most upside. But Pete Alonso, won Rookie of the Year. There's a nice Keston here. He's a really good prospect / rookie. Or there's a Bregman. Boy, didn't I get what I feel like the last metallic was a Astro as well. So there's the base Bregman. Who was the last? There, Turner. Okay, not an Astro, but a national team opposite. The Astros in the World Series. I sent in my last big PSA submission. I sent in 2018, just a base Acuna from the 2018 Topps Holiday set, and I got a PSA 10 on that. So that's a nice Alonso corner. Not so great. Yeah, so I sent in for grading that Acuna, got a PSA 10. I think that's probably worth $40, $50 in PSA 10. Keyboom's a good rookie. Didn't really stand out last year. I don't think he played the whole year. I'm positive. I'm not positive. I'm pretty sure I should say that he didn't. So he's definitely one of those guys that could have, a breakout year this year. And you might see his stuff go up if he does. Biggio, pretty good rookie. Zach Wheeler, no longer with the Mets. There's Edwin Encarnacion, silver parallel. There's Masahiro Tanaka. This has some kind of thick card in it, probably just a relic card, yeah. So, Alberto Mondesi, pretty no-name player. That's worth exactly $0. I don't think there's any guarantee of anything. Oh yeah, there is one relic autograph or autograph relic in every box. So as usual, what that typically means in these lower end Topps products is you're gonna get a relic, and it's gonna suck. I honestly wish they just wouldn't even put relics in stuff anymore. They really just have no. I mean, you could get a Trout patch, just a sick patch, and it probably would be worth less than $100. So there's a Devers. I don't know what's Christmas tree in the background there. Devers is a player that is another player that a lot of people are thinking is going to have a really good year, and hoping that his cards go up significantly in value. I have a really nice Topps Chrome autograph gold parallel of him that I am hanging on to, and that'll be worth definitely a pretty penny if he does well. Again, there's our silver parallel there, so we've gotten 4 of those. Senzel is a good rookie. Another guy, Senzel, Carter Kieboom, Castanera, a number of guys that came up last year had been really highly touted prospects in the minors for many years. Well, not many, whatever, several years, and they came up in mid-season and didn't really do all that great, but definitely have a lot of upside still. Oftentimes, Mike Trout, when he came up his first year, didn't really do all that great. He didn't certainly hit like he has hit in almost every season after that. So, sometimes it can take a year or two, a full season of play before a touted prospect really comes into his own. And so that's why oftentimes as a card collector you'll have to go and dig through boxes of cards that you opened from 1, 2, 3 years before, because a lot of times guys do not make a mark until a few years in, and if they do and they just really go bonkers, their rookie cards are suddenly in high demand. And if you have a parallel, a rare parallel or colored parallel of the rookie, then you're looking at some big bucks, particularly if you get a card that's in gradable condition. So that's honestly when stuff like that happens, it's kind of what it's one of the, I think, more fun parts of the hobby is sort of going back on boxes of cards you opened a long time ago and finding the hit, the gold that's in there after a player has established himself, and really gotten to the next level. That's I think one of the more fun things. And every once in a while I'll go back through my old boxes and pull out stuff that you're like, wow, I can't believe I had that. I haven't done a ton of that because I really only started collecting again in 2017. So although I did, when I wasn't really actively collecting, I would occasionally buy cards, or I bought stuff from back in like 2009 or 2010 and just sort of, put it in piles in the room where I had stored my cards for many years and now still do. And like when I got into collecting in 2017, or into modern collecting, I should say, I went through the stuff that I had bought over the years, since like 2005, and pulled out a lot of cool stuff out of there. I haven't had a chance to do a ton of that since collecting again, since I've only got 2 years back in cards. Now 3, I guess, when we're in 2020. But when I've done it, it's been fun to do that. So, alright, well, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll catch you all later. Have a great one.